Hi there, welcome to the RMAX channel. My name is Michael, and this channel is going to be about kids psychology, all right? And on today's episode, I'm going to be taking All right, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Michael, as I've introduced myself before, and I'm going to be taking you on 10 points well explained on what you are going to do to get your child to listen to you. All right, I'm going to be explaining this video bit by bit, so make sure you go through them one after the other and see for yourself the places you are making mistake and the places you need to adjust. All right, the places you need to learn about the things your child do that most of the time you find it not encouraging at all. You're going to get solution on how to handle them, on what to do at a particular point in time. All right, let's quickly move into our first point. All right, on our first point, we have getting your child's attention, like making sure you get your child's attention. Yes, I can ask you, how do you get your child attention? What do you do to get your child attention? Have you tried it before? Do you think that coming to talk to your child just like that to really get their attention to you? All right, let me tell you what to do. There are a lot of ways to get your child's attention, but we're going to be talking about three easy and most important ways to get your child's attention. Yes, when you do these three things, your child's attention is yours and yours alone. So let's look at them. And first is calling your child's name. Yes, calling their name will definitely draw them to you for you to give them any message you want to give them at that moment. Yes, even if they are doing anything, whatever they are doing at that moment, whether they are playing or maybe they are using their iPads, and or once you call their name, they kind of stop and turn to know what you are calling them for. All right, this by default brings their attention to you. You don't just come and start giving them informations or trying to send them for an errand or something without calling their name. Like most of the parents we have these days, they just come and talk without calling their child's name. Some people even miss this. Yes, in as much as it's very simple, that is calling your child's name, a lot of people miss it. They just come and say whatever they want to say. And maybe let's say you want to go out, for example, you want to go out and you just come and tell them watch the place, sweep the house, do the house chores and all, and you kind of leave without saying, okay, let's say you have three children and you say all these things and leave. You end up coming back to see everything the way it is, or scattered, because you didn't call anybody's name, you didn't get anybody's focus to you, just said something and left. So it's assumed you're not talking to anybody. So calling their name is a very strong way to get them to focus on you at that moment. And another one we have on our list is your body language. Yes, your body language most of the time speaks a lot to how your child reacts around you. Yes, you might think that they don't notice. Your children, they notice every bit of how you feel at the moment. Yes, they notice it very, very well. So what you have to do is maintain positive and good body language. Yes, you have to always stay calm whenever you are around your kids. Yeah, don't let them see that maybe you are angry and stuff. Like, it makes them want to pay attention, yes, but you don't want them to pay attention to you because they feel like you are very, very angry at something, or maybe you are provoked from work or something. Like, your body language around them should try to improve. Yes, you have to stay calm and always positive all the time. Yes, maintain that relationship with them. All right, so whenever you come back and maybe you have a very bad day or something and you bring it at home, you end up chasing your children away when they look at you and you have that grim face, and they are kind of what's wrong with my daddy, what's wrong with my mommy today. They won't probably ask you or anything, but they'll kind of go to somewhere safe to go and stay, just to avoid any problem at that given point in time, because your body language is not something they understand at that moment. So let's see the third on our list, which is reward for work. Yes, reward for work. It's actually something that a lot of us miss, a lot of parents miss. Like, they find it difficult to do this. Yes, rewarding your child for a work well done, like, it's a game changer. Yes, you don't need to overdo it, but it's very, very, very effective. Yes, how do you reward your child for the work well done? Okay, let's see. This is where you wire your child in such a way that they understand the concept that when you work you eat. Yes, this is where you wire them in such manner, and this helps you get their attention very, very well. Whenever you are talking to them, they kind of pay attention because they know that when I'm done doing this thing, I'm going to get something from this. Yes, Not all the time though, because if you happen to do it all the time, you are going to be creating a bad impression that says that your child must get something whenever they do something for you. Yes, that's not what you want to create. You want to create a scenario whereby your child knows that if I do things well for a couple of times, I'm going to be rewarded. I don't know if you understand me. Yes, so that's what you should be working on. Maybe you ask your child to do something and they do it well for the first time, and okay, you come back and you give them compliments. Obviously, you kind of compliment them that okay, the plate you washed is very clean. You are such a good boy, you're such a good girl, and that little compliment alone is going to make them want to do more next time. Then maybe after successful washing or cleaning for like 3 4 5 days or 1 week, and maybe you're coming back and you get them some kind of biscuit that you've not gotten them before, and you tell them that this is for the plate you are washing, or this is for the house you've been cleaning since you have been doing a very good job, this is yours. And at that moment your child is happy because you got him or her something that you've not gotten them before. Yes, you've not gotten this thing for them before, and this is as a result of their hard work, the work they put in. So whenever you call them to give them any message or chores to do, they kind of listen to you because they know that when they do these things well, it comes with a reward from you. Yes, that's a very very good way to also catch your child's attention. You are not only doing this because you want them to be doing house chores or whatever. You are trying to tell them that in life they have to be patient also. You are trying to imbibe that seed of patience in them. All right. So my point here is try to reward them for what they do, and don't do it all the time. Don't overdo it. As I said before, maybe they work for like 1 week or 2 weeks and they've been doing the work very well. You get them something. Yes. Don't buy them something all the time, because when you buy it for them, you kind of make them become entitled to you getting them something. And whenever they do something and you don't get it for them, they kind of start behaving somehow, and you don't want that for your child. Okay. So that's all for this first point, which is getting your child's attention. Our second point on the list is to be clear and brief whenever you are communicating with your child. Yes, you have to be very clear with them. You know that children, like, they have this ability to understand that which they are being taught. Like all these ambiguous languages, or all these maybe strong languages. Yes, I would say strong languages. They don't understand those languages very very well, so you have to be very clear and brief. Use the simplest language to communicate to them whenever. All right, so we'll be looking at three examples, which is the use of simple and direct language. Yes, like behave yourself. You don't say behave yourself for a child. Yes, you don't say that. When you say behave yourself, to them it's kind of confusing because they will be trying to wrap their head around what you mean by behave yourself. Like they kind of look at you, but most of the time, because children are wired in such a way that when you emit your emotions, like when you act, yes, they tend to fold in, like they tend to fold into understand what you are trying to say at that moment. So when you ask them to behave, they kind of look at you in confusion, trying to understand what you mean. Then when you now add it with emotion coupled with body language, which we talked about in the other point, that is our first point, you kind of see that your child will kind of fold in and maybe find one place to go and stay. Yes, at that moment they are still trying to understand what you mean by behave yourself. Okay, so you don't have to use that. Instead of saying that, you say to them, sit down quietly, because whenever they go to school, their teacher use simple language to communicate to them, like sit down quietly. So they've learned sit down quietly from school. So whenever they come home and you kind of tell them behave yourself, and they don't actually understand that. So you end up creating confusion for this child, and it's just as if they don't listen to you when you talk. Yes, they don't understand you actually. You are confusing them the more. So instead of confusing them, use the same language their teacher used in school to communicate with them, and you find out that you'll be getting good communication out of your child. Like they tend to listen to you very well, because when they get to school, they hear sit down quietly. When they come home, they hear sit down quietly. And so we also have the use of short sentences like put away your toys, don't touch the fan, and bring that pen to me. All these sentences are very short and clear, they are brief enough. And what do you think are the reasons why you should use simple language to communicate with your child? One of the reasons is that it helps improve Understanding. Yes, it helps improve understanding. Yes, these simple languages are taught in school. Yes, your child, whenever they go to school, they are being communicated to with simple language. And when you come back home and use ambiguous words or high languages to talk to your child, you end up creating confusion for them. And when you do that, they end up not listening to you. They won't listen to you. Like, even if they do, you make it very confusing for them. All right, so you don't have to do that. You have to follow through with whatever they have been taught in school. Like, you follow that simple language to talk to them. All right, so we have to reduce confusion. Yes, everything have been explained. Whenever you do such thing using big languages, you bring more confusion to the child, and I bet you don't want that, because you want your child to listen to you always. So on the third one, we have that it increases chances of your child following direction. Yes, it increases the chances for your child to follow directions. When you say sit down quietly, I keep using this example because it's simple and brief. It's very, very simple. I gave other examples, but I love this example very, very well. It's simple. Sit down quietly. Yes, this sentence is simple, brief, and clear, that your child will understand it perfectly, because your child is being taught to sit down quietly in school. And with that, we've come to the end of our video for the first 2 points on how to get your child to listen to you. All right, so our next video will feature the third and fourth point well explained. I bet you don't want to miss all these points well explained, because there are a lot of places you have to adjust as a parent in this present day. All right, so see you on my next video. Bye bye.